Good morning, friends. Hope you are good. This is our lecture number 3 of unit number first. Today we are going to see the classification of design, general consideration in design, and design procedure. So let's get started without wasting time. First thing first, classification of design. The machine design may be classified as adaptive design. This type of design needs no special knowledge or skill and can be attained by the designer of ordinary technical training. The designer only makes minor alteration or modification in the existing design of that product. This is nothing but the adaptive design. Another one is development design. This type of design needs considerable scientific training and design ability in order to modify the existing designs into new idea by adopting a new material or a different method of manufacturing. In this case, through the designer starts from the existing design, but the final product may differ from the original product. So this is nothing but the development design. Third one is new design. This type of design needs a lot of research, technical ability, and creative thinking. Only those designers who have personal qualities of this scientifically high order can take up the work of a new design. So these are the three classifications of the design. Apart from these, depending upon the method of use, the classification can also be rational design. This type of design depends upon the mathematical formulae of the mechanics. Okay, if you are designing the any component by using the mathematical formulae, this type of design is classified under the rational design. The next one is empirical design. This type of design depend upon the empirical formulae based on the practice and past experience. Okay. The third one is industrial design. This type of design depends upon the production aspect of manufacturer and any machine component in the industry. So you are designing any industrial point of view, that type of design is categorized under the industrial designing. The fourth one is optimum design. It is the best design for the given objective function under the specified constraint. That means this type of design are based in that category. It may be achieved by minimizing the undesirable effects. Next one is system design. It is the design of any complex mechanical systems like a motor car. The next one is element design. It is the design of any element of the mechanical system like piston, crankshaft, connecting rod, etc. You can see that in system design you are designing the system, while in element design you are designing the component of that system. Are you clear? And the last one is computer aided design or CAD design. This type of design depends upon the use of computer systems to assist in the creation, modification, analysis and optimization of the design. For this purpose you use the different types of computer softwares. Some example of this computer softwares are Pro E, CATIA, MATLAB, and the basic one is computer aided design or CAD. So more or less this is all about the classification of design. I will provide all the handwritten notes in the PDF format for this classification of design. So let's go to the next point. The next point is design consideration. While designing any component, you have to consider some factors before designing. These are the types of load and stresses caused by the load which are acting on that component. It may affect the lifespan of that component, or it may be also affect the failure of component during their life cycle. The second one is motion of the part or kinematics of the machine. Which kind of motion you are considering for its operation is nothing but the motion of the part or kinematics of that machine. Next one is selection of material. For the suitable purpose, which type of material you are selecting is nothing but the selection of material. Then form and size of that parts. Then frictional resistance or type of lubrication you are adopting. Then convenient and economical feature of that component. Next one is use of standard parts. Then safety of the operation, obviously safety first. Then the number of machine to be manufactured. For example, you are using the batch size of manufacture or lot size of manufacture. Then cost of construction, and the last one is assembling, and many more. These are the some factors you have to consider before the designing of the any component. Now this point is important. Design procedure. The examiner may ask you to draw or elaborate the each step involved in the design procedure. Let's see these steps. The first step is need or aim. After the need, you have to synthesize the mechanisms. You have to select the proper mechanism which will give you desired the motion. After synthesis, you have to analysis of these forces, find out the various types of loads acting on each component of that machine. After that, you have to select proper, best and suitable material for each components. After the selection of material, you have to design of elements in sizes and stresses. Find size of each member by considering forces acting on each member and stresses for material use. After that, if you want to some modification, you can modify the previous steps. After finalizing the modification, you have to draw a detailed drawing. It helps in suitable manufacturing process. And the last step is the production. As per drawing, the component should be manufactured in workshop or in industry or in company. So this is all about the design procedure. These are the steps involved in the design procedure. I repeat it. need or aim. The second step is synthesis. The third step is analysis of force. Fourth is material selection. Fifth is design of element. Next one is modification. The next one is detailed drawing, and the final one is final production. So hence we covered classification of design, design consideration, and steps involved in the design procedure. So let's stop here, and I will see you in the next lecture.